So one of the questions I get quite often is which program is right for me, right? Should I go with Piperaise Start or should I go with Piperaise Pro? Now, this video will just help explain the differences and hopefully help you to choose which one is going to be the right fit for you. So the main thing between both these programs is that they're both guided coaching programs, which means that we'll work one-on-one to be able to go through the entire duration of that program. Now, the difference is with Piperaise Start, it's a 5-week program, but with Piperaise Pro, it's a 12-week program. Now, that does have a difference in cost. For Piperaise Start, you're looking to pay, around $2,500, whereas with Piperaise Pro, it's around $10,000 for that 12 weeks. So who's it for? Right now, Piperaise Starts and both Piperaise Pro is for early stage startups and first time founders. So, if you're raising your pre-seed or your seed round, you could go for either programs. If you're with Series A, you can actually go with Piperaise Start, but my recommendation here is with Piperaise Pro, just because we have a lot more to work with and there's more intricacies that we can actually implement to build out a holistic framework, not just for your Series A, but any subsequent rounds from there. So let's take a look at what each program covers. And the difference here is 5 weeks versus 12 weeks, right? There are certain modules in Piperaise Pro that are actually the same modules in Piperaise Start, which we cover. But it just has an additional 7 modules that is not featured in Piperaise Start. So, for example, if you work with or if you join Piperaise Start and we cover all 5 weeks, and let's say at the end of the week or end of the 5 weeks, you want to join Piperaise Pro, you can absolutely do that because we are covering those same focus points within the Piperaise Pro program. So of those 12 weeks, at least 5 of those are what's included in Piperaise Start. But what's not in Piperaise Start is the other 7 weeks that we have here. So let's say if you've already completed Piperaise Start and you want to go to Piperaise Pro and do the other 7 weeks, that's absolutely possible. All you would do is just pay the difference in the cost between Piperaise Start and Piperaise Pro. And then we'll cover these remaining modules and focus points. Now, is there a benefit of doing, Piperaise Start first and then upgrading to Piperaise Pro afterwards? Yes and no. All right. The main difference is really in terms of how it's structured. Right. So on Piperaise Pro, it follows a logical order of what we want to cover and by when. So that way, you're at the beginning of it, you're starting with your fundraising strategy and roadmap. Right. It's going to set the basis for what the next few weeks are going to cover. But let's say if you're coming from Piperaise Start, that's something that's not included in that program. So it means we'll have to go through it, and it could actually change a bit of the things that we've already implemented in Piperaise Start, right? Just because we do a deeper analysis, we dive in deeper to understand more about the business, more about the strategy behind it, more about who the ideal investors are going to be. So this is why my recommendation is if you're considering Piperaise Start over Piperaise Pro, Piperaise Pro, to start from the beginning, does offer more value because it's structured in that way and it leverages the different weeks that we have to be able to gain strategic advantages. For example, in Piperaise Pro, you're going to get a VC analyst feedback and review of your pitch deck. So what that means is that we do this earlier on so that you have time to implement those changes, and we can also review it as we get later to the mock pitch sessions. It also includes things like, the press and media engagements where we actually launched this earlier on in the program so that you can also gain some media coverage and some mentions that you can include in your pitch deck as we get closer to towards the end of the program where we're getting investor ready and we're starting to pitch investors. So this is the main difference between the two. Like I said, you can absolutely do Piperaise Start and later on upgrade to Piperaise Pro and just cover what hasn't been covered and pay the difference. But if you're looking at both of these programs and you don't know which one to start with, if you are considering Piperaise Pro, my recommendation is start with that just because it will lay the foundation for those 12 weeks in a more structured, more organized, and more logical flow. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions, just drop us a message and we'll be happy to get back to you.